So I had an epiphany, right? Which is kind of normal for me, but I had an epiphany. I had an epiphany about purpose and reason. And I'm not sure if this applies or can apply to everybody, because it's a huge amount of suffering you got to go through to get to this perspective that I've came to. So I've been mostly my whole life driven by purpose and reason, like always needing something to justify my existence, to justify why I gotta do or have to do the things I'm doing. But then out of nowhere, I came up to this beautiful conclusion earlier that I don't need a reason to live. And not in a sense where a suicidal mindset. I'm saying I don't need a reason to live, as if like I don't need an actual reason or something to motivate me to keep living, to keep going forward. Like I could live without reason and purpose. Like, because I no longer have to find a reason or purpose, because I am the reason and the purpose. Like I finally come into my full supremeness of my being, where I'm the actual purpose and reason. So the only thing I have to do is me. Is literally completely be into my own possession of myself. And that's the purpose right there. Like I'm the physical purpose. So I don't actually need I don't need love to motivate me. I don't need people to motivate me. I don't even need myself to motivate me. Like I'm the actual and the physical presence of purpose. So wherever I go, I'm purpose. I'm on purpose. So I give meaning to whatever or wherever I could be, wherever my body may be placed, where my foot touches, who I come in contact with. Even you seeing this video right now, I'm granting purpose. Like I have this beautiful visualization of myself as being like almost like a genie in a lamp, but just full of purpose. Like I'm the genie that's purpose. So when you connect with me, I grant purpose. So I no longer need any more reasons or try to drive myself crazy saying, oh, I need a purpose. And if I feel like I don't have a purpose, I feel lost. But then I had to define what being lost was in my sense, where my loss was actually a freedom. It was a complete desert of the unknown, which I actually crave for, to be in that situation where everything was unpredictable and the only thing that exists was blind faith. And when it finally came and it overwhelmed me, the only lost thing I did was feel lost. Because that was exactly where I wanted and needed to be, in this euphoric desert that makes me feel all alone, because there's nothing there but just a big huge void of openness. And that openness is what brings all the amazing things into your life. So now my understanding of this is completely like amazing. And I don't want you to live life and say, oh, I don't need a purpose or reason to do that, because you maybe this is just something for me. Maybe you need a purpose, right? And when you go through extreme amount of suffering and bliss within the suffering, I think then you'll become on purpose as well. But I've reached that point where I'm no longer driven by purpose or reason or have to justify, because I'm the actual thing now. Like, I am the supreme being. I just wanted to share my thoughts on what's happening with me right now. Like, I'm the full expression. I'm the next step to being human. And I just can't wait to see what's in store. Since I'm aware that I'm the purpose, it's going to be a lot of great things that's going to happen to me. So I want to leave you with some purpose. I already could sense already is so many misinformed and misdirected human beings right now. And it's all right. It's okay for you to feel like that. I had a quick second of realizing my own anxiety. When I used to get crazy anxiety attacks, I had a second to realize I get anxiety attacks because of separation. When I'm separated from the things that I'm obsessive about, I get anxiety. I had a quick 1 second anxiety because I was around a place that had a void in it. And it allowed that openness to sink into me. It allowed me to evolve in a particular way, just for one moment. And I thought about that. I said, wow, when I'm separated from my obsessions and my passion, I panic, I lose it. I start developing in unknown ways. So that means that literally from every point in decimal of my life, I have to completely do what I love, that I'm obsessed about all the time. All the time. I can't ever be separated from it. Like, it's no compromising or holding back. That means I have to be full in every single situation. That's true effort and discipline. So if you feeling like you in a state right now where you feel you lack discipline, or you feeling like you're not doing what you love and you wish you could do what you love, don't drive yourself crazy that you're not doing it. Drive yourself crazy that you can do it, and drive yourself crazy doing it. So your spare time is very important, and whatever you do in your spare time happens in real time. So when you work to pay your bills or your expenses and you're done with that, what you do after you finish doing what you have to do determines what you will do and what will become. So once you finish your work, or if you're in school or doing both, once you finish with that, whatever you do in your break, that's what's going to determine the real outcome of your life. Because when you're doing what you have to do, you're only giving a quarter of yourself to it, because you have to do it, but you really don't want to do it. But in your spare time, you do things that you really want to do, things that you've been held back from. And usually people use the spare time for partying and going shopping and stuff like that, and doing things that's going to have to make them do even more of what they don't want to do, just to recover from doing the things that they wanted to do that they really didn't need to do. So in your spare time, do something that you really need to do and that you really want to do and that you love to do and that you wish you can do. Do that in your spare time. So if you have a business you want to work on, you have a practice you want to open, you have any type of dream you want to do, once you get off of work, don't worry about, oh, I'm going to just go to sleep, I feel so exhausted. No, that's the best time feeling exhausted, because when you're exhausted, you don't lie and you don't front. Your guards are not strong enough when you're exhausted. You're actually in a complete state of vulnerability. So use that vulnerability to express your actual desires, because that's when you're going to give your real self in. And when you do that, whether you write down a plan or what you want to do, where you want to be, you can keep adding to it every day, even if you just write it out or just work on it physically. Once you do that, your spare time will come real time. So then this is how luck happens. Opportunity and preparation. So you've been preparing in your spare time for what you wanted to do in your life, and then the opportunity is going to connect, and then that's when it performs its miracle. And then you're like, wow, I can't believe this really happened. But no, believe it happened because what you did in your spare time. So take very, very, very wise choices. Because all wisdom really is, wise choices is basically healed experiences. So be wise with it, and this is where I would recommend you take a lesson from your spare time and think about, damn, what happened to me last week? How much money did I spent partying? And think about that. Think about the money. Think about all the clothes you got. Why are you buying all these things to just fit on one body? So your next opportunity, when you get spare time, whether you have an hour, 10 minutes, whether you just visualize where you want to be in life, don't write down a 5-year plan, because you're wasting your time. What I would suggest to you is to question yourself and say, where do you see yourself in 1 week? Give yourself a week as your 5-year plan. And keep practicing that. And I guarantee you, you will be a true success, not only within yourself, but in the world as well. Thank you.